staring at the police officer telling me he was going to kill him.
And the best part of that story, they did not leave out that he was driving a 1994 Firebird.
Right. I mean, so when you think about these people, and I mean, that guy's saying some of the best country music that's ever been put out, and he's drunk, driving a 94 Firebird, naked, trying to find cigarettes in a store, and then flips his Firebird on a back road. I mean, is it difficult for you with these people that were rock stars and now are having hip replacements?
To see Rob Halford walk out and truly he has a cane and he's the metal god and he looks great. I mean, he still looks like Rob Halford, but he was leaning against a motorcycle and. Who else did I talk with recently? I talked with Stephen Piercy from Rat, and he had 2 hip replacements. Yeah. And asking him what he does in his downtime and writing
physical
songs
therapy.
Or whatever. And no, that's exactly right. He's talking about how you can mix this drug and that drug, and all of a sudden you're seeing dragons again flying through the sky. No, that's it's a reality with those guys.
Yeah, It's tough too because like those people that you love are not in the best of shape anymore. Some of them have just said, I'm not doing this anymore. Like they knew when to get out, and they knew. There's people. I don't remember where I was going with that.
Well, and we talk about, and Sean, I'm sure can back this up. That there's in the '80s metal, there's a lot of artists that really should not be touring and singing. Now, one thing, with a vocalist, your instrument is going to go to shit eventually. You're not going to be able to hit those notes. And especially in 80s metal, I don't know how much in country, because I don't know if it's that much of a strain on your voice, but you've got some people out there that are, well,
really?
No, I'm serious. Wow. Yeah, you're for it. I get that. But you have some of these people that are touring and you're like, or like Don Dock, and you're like, oh my God, it's so bad. But the thing is, they're not going to stop until people stop paying for the shows.
And people are never going to stop going.
Yeah. And so as much as we hammer on them that they shouldn't be out on the road anymore, it's their only source of income. And why stop? Especially when you're doing the small clubs and everything. You don't have Ticket Bastard taking your cut and you're getting paid, it might only be like $3,000 or $4,000, but in reality that's all money, and the merch is all money in your pocket.
Right. Yep. Yeah. They made their big money and their millions, and half of it went to cocaine or whatever. But
the rest went to their managers.
Yep. You know what band I think still has it? That's still pretty good. Actually, I was listening to their stuff yesterday. Was Iron Maiden.
Shenandoah.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Shenandoah.
Iron Maiden. I was listening. I have a couple of their songs on my Drive playlist.
Yeah.
And I watched a documentary on. They had that documentary. It's like 6. They have their own. Jet
plane.
7, own plane.
Yeah, because Bruce Dickinson's a pilot.
Yep, I think that's incredible.
Yeah.
And he still has it, man. That guy still has it. Oh yeah, they had to figure out weight because they take their whole tour in the plane.
There was an interview. Your buddy actually interviewed him, Bobby Bones, who Sean's fascinated with. Bobby Bones interviewed Garth the other day, and he was talking to him about yes or no questions. And John and I had actually talked about this for another project that John had about different interview questions. And he said, do you lean your seat back in the plane? Right. And he asked all different kinds of things like toilet paper over or under, just a bunch of random questions.
Right.
And one of the questions he asked Garth was, do you lean your seat back in the plane? And Garth goes, yeah, it's my plane. And it was just a cool, it's my plane. It was awesome. And I don't know why I brought that up.
I always tried, when I interviewed these guys, I would always try and ask a question that they've never been asked. And they're doing interviews from 6 a.m. East Coast to 10 p.m. West Coast. Right. So they're doing interviews all day, and they're only supposed to be doing 10 or 15 minutes. And I was really fortunate because majority of them, I would get them, we would go way over into a half hour, 40 minutes, because they're not talking to a jock that's just reading their bio. They're talking to somebody that bought the shirts, was at the shows, and actually knows them and their music and their history. And I was talking with Nikki Sixx one time of Motley Crue, and I'm like, so my goal is to ask you a question that you've never been asked. And he goes, that's going to be tough. So I'm asking just the regular things. What do you remember about this tour? And what song is most special to you? It's all kind of the normal. And every once in a while, I'd stop and I'm like, so how am I doing? And he goes, you're doing good, but nothing new. And we get to the end, and I say, anything at all? And he goes, no, but good interview, man. It was good talking to you. I'm like, well, I got one more. When's the last time you shit yourself on stage? And he paused, and he goes, really? I'm like, dude, you're Nikki fucking Sixx.
Yeah.
Motley Crue. Come on. And he goes, Ozzy Ultimate Sin Tour. I'm like, yes, I knew it.
That's
I
great.
knew it.
And that was their earlier years when they were on tour with him. That tour.
Yeah, so the
That's
next
awesome.
day he's on Z93, which is, obviously it's here in Bay City, in the Tri-Cities here, and he's talking with Joe and the Poor Boy, and they ask him, what's the dumbest thing anybody's ever asked you? And he said, this guy named Hairball asked me the last time I shot myself on stage. And they're like, we know him.
That's so
awesome.
cool. That's
that,
funny.
That guy that Sean likes, and I like him too. He's a good interview with different people, and he asks people, like Taylor Swift was in there one day, and he's just like, "What are you drinking?" And she's like, "Oh, I just got this order from Starbucks." He's like, "Oh, what's your Starbucks order?" And that's actually an incredible question to ask these people, because most of their Starbucks order is like 2 pages long, And then do you make cookies at home? Like, just stupid questions that they've probably never been asked before, but it provides some sort of in-depth look into their life that most people aren't asking.
They got a little heated. In that interview. Him and Taylor, he was kind of like, she kind of had a little bit of an attitude, and he started just asking her, just started pressing her buttons. I don't know if it was the same one, but I thought it was funny. Oh my gosh, it was good.
I didn't see that one, no.
I think it's in their first studio.
Well, I can share with you the project that I was talking with Josh yesterday that I'm going to start doing, and it's playing favorites with Hairball John. And so I have this black book, and it's like one of those really old books that your grandparents had, and it has all the phone numbers of all these guys that I've talked with. I've done over 300 interviews with a variety of level of hair bands, and so the idea now is to call these guys up or schedule it. I'm just going to call them out of the blue, and then I have this list of questions, and they're just your favorites. What was your favorite? This, like, and it's not things like your favorite ice cream and your favorite TV show to watch. It's things like what was your favorite thing to do at recess when you're in grade school? It's just kind of some weird stuff.
That's awesome.
And so that's what I'm going to do. I'll start the podcast up, but it's just going to be playing favorites with Hairball John.
That's cool.
Do you have a favorite shirt?
A favorite concert shirt?
Just a favorite shirt in general. Like, if it's in the closet, you're going to wear that one.
God, there's so many. Dude, I have like over 200 T-shirts. I'm a T-shirt fanatic.
I have my favorite right now. I'll wait till John answers first.
No, I'm thinking. Go ahead.
My favorite T-shirt right now is my Thrasher magazine one.
Nice.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a T-shirt guy because I got man titties, so I don't. I don't necessarily wear a lot of T-shirts.
They're
but
pretty nice.
They are pretty nice. But I have like right now, we have nothing to do in this house, so my wife is doing laundry like a maniac. So every day I wake up, the same shirt is in the closet. Like, I could wear my favorite shirt every day right now, and it would always be clean.
I think my favorite one is I have a Bill and Ted, or not Bill and Ted, but Bill and Opus from Bloom County. And because it's election year, and it's from 86, I think it is, or 88. And
Do you have shirts older than me? Do you have a shirt that's older than 85?
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what? I have my daughter, and she is going, she's starting an eBay store for me because I have a box full of these concert shirts downstairs. And these suckers are going, like, I listed a Poison one at $180, and that was $40 cheaper than anybody else had sold it. They're crazy. On the and I mean, and I've got, oh my goodness, 200, 300, 400 concerts under my belt, and I wish I had a lot of those shirts. But used to play shirt for shirt at the concerts with the girls. They come up, hey, I like your shirt, really? Would you like it?
That's great.
So as a result, I have far too many Poison shirts that I would never wear. And so,
just because the girls at the Poison concerts would always change.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah, absolutely. I gave up some really good shirts. Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't know where we go from there.
I would say that was my favorite. And I have an Underdog shirt that I know is older than you, the cartoon.
I don't want to talk cartoons with you because I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, we've learned that last week.
I don't have any shirts from the 80s. I was 11 in 85, so none of my stuff would have fit me.
It all had spaghetti sauce on it anyways.
Yeah, drool.
All right, one more parody. Here we go.
Now when a virus comes along that's spreading like a plague, and POTUS and his lackeys have been nothing if not vague, well then you've got to trust the CDC and listen well, unless you want to bid our free society farewell. There is a super bad, transmittable, contagious, awful virus, and if we don't act quick and social distance, it will mire us in a stretch of quarantine that lasts until July. A super bad, transmittable, contagious, awful virus.
I didn't know that I had a brother, because this guy is my brother. I don't know if you can't see him, but he looks like my brother.
That's actually, that one's more impressive than the...
World War I. Today we have mass media and scientists to say, if you don't want this virus, well then stay 6 feet away. Super damn important that we practice isolation, because we're asymptomatic while it's in incubation. We'll overwhelm our hospitals if there's not mitigation. It's super damn important that we practice isolation. If we don't do it, then we're all gonna die. If we don't do it, then we're all gonna die. And so I hope at last you take the lesson here to heart, because it's already scary and we're only at the start. If you get bored, just think of the immunocompromised, who can't go much of anywhere unless it's sterilized. Oh, super bad, transmittable, contagious, awful virus. If we don't act quick and social distance, it will mire us in a stretch of quarantine that lasts until July. A super bad, transmittable, a super bad, transmittable, a super bad, transmittable, contagious, awful virus. Super bad, transmittable, contagious, awful virus.
There you go. How about that one?
That one's impressive.
You like that one?
I do, because it's like tongue twister central. I was out of breath when he was done.
Yeah. And he was out of breath, too, because he was bigger than I am.
That's big.
And I'm always out of breath, so I know he was having a hard time with that. So that pretty much wraps up our third edition here of the Non-Essential Rabbit Hole podcast. Once again, my name is Josh Sharrow.
I'm Sean Doyle.
Sean Doyle, there you go.
I am Hairball John.
And we're all broadcasting from the safety of our own homes, and in going through together here to create some sort of a conversation, a socialization kind of situation. We're all extroverts. Well, John, you might not actually be an extrovert now that I say that.
I'm definitely not. No.
But you enjoy conversation and socializing with the select 3 people that you enjoy in the world.
I do. And you two aren't 2 of them, but I do enjoy most.
But here we are. So we're all safe at home. We're staying at home. We're practicing social distancing, but just need some way to wake up each morning and have some sort of conversation. And John said yesterday, is there any way we could bump the time back? Because I have projects, and after I get my breakfast and make my Imodium AD cocktail, I'm not able to get started on my projects until 11. So we're trying to wrap it up a little earlier today.
Well, I appreciate that, yeah, because I have to try and do unemployment again, and that doesn't seem to be working.
And just another conversation, we have a lot of different distribution channels that you can listen to the podcast on. You can listen to it through our Facebook pages. Obviously, we're all sharing the Facebook page. Spreaker has it on there as well. If you have a Spotify app, you can find us on Spotify as well. And then a bunch of different services, Pod Junkie, Veezer, that kind of stuff. We've applied for iTunes, which they say by the time iTunes actually approves us, this could be over. And then iHeart we applied for as well. But Spotify right now has approved us, and you can listen to it on Spreaker or on any of our Facebook pages as well.
So are we only doing this until we can go back out, or are we doing this until somebody takes our homes?
Yeah, I'm too busy after that. Once we can go back out, I don't have time for this shit. I got to get back to work. So that's all for us. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay the fuck at home.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, wash your butt.